Imagine a world locked in ice. Glaciers crush entire continents. Oceans vanish under sheets of frost. Even the tropics, where palm trees sway today, are buried in snow. This isn't science fiction. This is Earth, 720 million years ago, during one of the wildest climate events ever. Snowball Earth. Curious? Let's dive into this frozen mystery. An ice age isn't just a few cold winters. It's when Earth's thermostat plummets for millions of years, unleashing massive glaciers that reshape the planet. These cold spells come and go, broken by warmer periods called interglacials. Fun fact, we're in one now, a cozy interglacial of the Quaternary Ice Age that started 2.6 million years ago. But compared to what's coming, today's ice age is a breeze. Rewind to 720 million years ago in the Cryogenian period. Earth didn't just cool off, it froze solid, not once, but at least twice. Picture this: oceans sealed under miles of ice, glaciers stretching to the equator, temperatures dropping to -50 degrees Fahrenheit, sunlight barely pierced the surface. It was a barren, frozen wasteland where life seemed doomed. How did Earth turn into this icy nightmare? Continents clustered near the equator reflected sunlight, especially as ice formed. Ice, like a mirror, bounced heat away, cooling the planet further, creating more ice, a runaway feedback loop. Meanwhile, volcanoes and eroding rocks sucked CO2, Earth's heat-trapping blanket, out of the air. With the greenhouse effect gone, the freeze was unstoppable. Yet, life didn't give up. Tiny microbes survived near underwater volcanic vents or in slushy brine pockets under the ice. Then, volcanoes roared, pumping CO2 back into the air. The greenhouse effect returned, temperatures soared, and the ice cracked. Oceans reappeared, and life exploded, possibly sparking complex, multicellular organisms that led to us. Snowball Earth wasn't the only deep freeze. Around 450 million years ago, the Ordovician glaciation triggered a mass extinction as icy waters wrecked ocean ecosystems. In the Carboniferous, giant forests pulled CO2 from the air, cooling the planet. Glaciers returned, forcing life to adapt or vanish. Fast forward to the Quaternary Ice Age, starting 2.6 million years ago. Earth flipped between icy glacials and warm interglacials, driven by subtle shifts in our orbit, called Milankovitch cycles. The peak of the last glacial maximum, 20,000 years ago, was a bone-chilling world of ice and survival. North America and Europe were buried under ice sheets up to 2 miles thick. Glaciers ground rock, carved out the Great Lakes, and sculpted rugged mountain peaks. Sea levels dropped 400 feet as water locked into ice, exposing land bridges like the Bering Strait, allowing humans and animals to migrate from Asia to the Americas. Global average temperatures hovered around 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Fahrenheit colder than today. In Europe, winters routinely hit -20 degrees Fahrenheit, with fierce blizzards sweeping across frozen steppes. The icy plains of the last glacial maximum were a harsh but vibrant ecosystem. Under brutal winters averaging -4 degrees Fahrenheit, vast steppe tundra stretched across North America and Europe, dotted with tough grasses, lichens, and sparse pine or spruce groves. Life adapted brilliantly to the cold, from hardy plants to massive beasts and cunning humans. Vegetation, grasses, shrubs, and small conifer patches, clung to permafrost, anchoring the food chain. Grazers like steppe bison, wild horses, and rhinos roamed in herds, their thick fur and fat layers fighting the freeze as they dug snow for food. Predators like cave lions, wolves, and bears hunted with sharp claws and teeth, targeting stragglers. Smaller creatures, Arctic hares, foxes, and migratory birds, survived in burrows or by following seasonal routes. Coastal waters, though icy, teemed with plankton, fish, and seals. Humans, like Europe's Cro-Magnon or North America's early hunters, thrived by tracking herds with stone-tipped spears, sewing fur clothing, and building hide tents. They used fire for warmth and gathered roots or seeds to stretch their diet. This ecosystem was a battleground. Competition for food and shelter was fierce, yet it forged a diverse, resilient web of life. Glaciers didn't just cover land, they shaped it. They scoured valleys, redirected rivers, and left fertile plains in Europe and North America that later fueled agriculture. As ice melted around 10,000 years ago, rising seas flooded land bridges, isolating populations and sparking distinct cultures. Woolly mammoths and many megafauna went extinct, likely from warming climates and overhunting. Ice ages didn't just test life, they forged it. Cold favored furry, fat-storing, or clever creatures. Glaciers carved landscapes, isolated populations, and birthed new species and cultures. The last glacial maximum pushed our ancestors to innovate. Shelters, clothing, fire, teamwork. Those harsh times made us human. Earth's climate swings, sometimes slowly, sometimes violently. Snowball Earth nearly hit reset, yet life clung on, paving the way for complex creatures. The last glacial maximum showed how life adapts to brutal change. Today, we're driving a new kind of climate shift. Earth's icy past reminds us, life is tough, but climate is tougher. So what do you think? Could life survive another Snowball Earth? Share your thoughts in the comments.